Hello, this video is all about the cheapest website design ever. I got approached directly by someone to build me a website for 600 rupees, which is £5.99 or $8.29. The experience was just a little bit different to what I was expecting. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Roll the thing. There's a new channel that I'm planning to launch called Scam Busters, where I'll be scam baiting call center scammers from India. I got the idea from a very good and quite well-established YouTuber called KitBoga, who does it really well. And I thought, yeah, that looks like a laugh. That looks like fun. Oh, let me do that and add some real comedy to it, and add some faces and characters and all this kind of stuff. So I started kind of getting everything together for it, and I quickly realized after going through his videos that one of the things I'll need is a fake banking website. So quite naively, I put ads out on freelance sites saying, yeah, I want a fake banking website. I want a website that looks just like a real banking website. So obviously it got removed. The listing didn't run. I put on another ad. It was a lot more basic, just saying I just need a website designer. And I got approached directly by someone offering me to build a website for 600 rupees, which is only £5.99 or $8.29. Now, I thought about it and I thought, well, look, the website essentially is just going to be a comedy prop, and it could be really basic. I mean, when you look at KitBoga's videos and the banking websites that he uses, they've got like a login screen, and then you see different balances, and that's it. And the websites are quite literally a few pages long. And I looked at this guy's example of a website that he'd done before, and you'll see that it doesn't look great. It's not the best, but he's got some basic skills in there. And I just kind of thought, surely someone with basic skills could do a half decent website. But I ran into a lot of problems, and really, I guess it really ties into a lot of the stuff that I know already. And I went ahead with the commission because I know, it was a leap of faith. And I thought, this website, it isn't my main focus. It's a comedy prop. And I think anyone with basic training can get something up and running. But I really stepped over a few things that I kind of know already. One is that whenever you commission anyone to build your website, you really want feedback. You really want to see that they have built websites in the past before for clients successfully, and not just one which looks pretty terrible and bad. I think the other thing that you really need to check is that you speak the same lingo, that you speak the same language. And I think that this guy actually thought that I was some kind of scammer, although that I sent him links to KitBoga's videos and I explained, look, I'm a comedy writer. I want to do comedy with this. I don't want to scam people. I want to get the people scamming people. That's what I want to do. But we went round and round in circles over several emails and several messages, and it just didn't quite connect. And I think it was only after we traded about 15 emails back and forth that he finally got it, that the penny finally dropped, and I had to actually go into a KitBoga video and pull out reference points and say, look, look at this bit here, look at that bit there here. This is what I want. But then he went away and he put together a website for me, and it was really it was just bad. It was just bad. But basically, he grabbed the template of some kind of medical website, and then thought that would do. And I was like, no, that's for people wanting medical insurance. How does that look like a real banking website? So I asked him to go back to the drawing board, and then this is what he produced. And it's just again bad. Like the login screen here, that will link to the back end in my WordPress, and then if we click through to the account balances, that is not going to fool anyone. That's not going to fool anyone. It's through and through a terrible website. Now, I do have to say that this is only part one of my little journey here, because I am giving this guy another shot to turn things around. I think the main takeaway here is that even if you're having a website built for you and the website just isn't that important to you, you're not using it to showcase anything, you're not using it to sell anything, you're using it just as a prop, as I am, there are still some really key and core things that you need to make sure that you adhere to. And I think the first one is clarity. Make sure you go into it, especially if you want someone working for, you know, next to nothing for you. Go in with a very, very clear picture, and several pictures, in fact, of how you want the website to look and how you want it to work. If possible, go onto YouTube, find links to different videos, give freelancers time indexes, so it's virtually impossible for them to get the wrong end of the stick. I think the other thing that you really need to stick to with hiring any freelancer is just stick to freelance websites. Don't try and do it outside of freelance websites with people who approach you directly. Do it by actually looking at people's feedback and make sure that they've got really good feedback. And most freelancers, to be fair, on a lot of these websites like freelancer.com or People Per Hour, you know, they're very transparent with the feedback. You can see at a glance who is great and who's a pile of rubbish. I think the other thing is quite an obvious, it's a really obvious thing, but really make sure that you are 100% happy with the examples that they give you. I put my hand up. I stepped over how bad this freelancer's example was, because I was like, you know, this is kind of, this website is a comedy prop at the end of the day, isn't it, for scam baiting? So I stepped over that. So yeah, please make sure you are happy with their examples, and then make sure you speak the same lingo, because that has been such a problem. We went round and round in circles, and I really thought that I could just give a brief description of what I wanted and one or two links and then leave someone to it, you know, but that just wasn't the case. And that's not the freelancer's fault, by the way. That's totally my fault for being naive enough to think that it's almost like a John Cleese comedy sketch, isn't it? Everyone should speak English, damn it! And that's just quite arrogant of me, to be fair. Another thing that you should always check when hiring a freelancer to do work for you, this isn't applicable in this case, but I do check this point if I'm having anyone build a website which is very important to me, is making sure that they are not part of a team. Just really make sure that they are a one-man band, that you're actually communicating with the person who's going to build that website for you, and you're not going through a third party or a so-called manager who's going to manage them. And that's just nonsense. I had lots of trouble with that in the past. So guys, look, I really hope this was useful. And I just want to conclude, actually, I know that this is part one, but I just want to conclude that it is totally possible finding someone through a freelance website to build a really great website for you for next to nothing. I think maybe going as low as I've gone with this at like £5.99 or what was it, $8.62. Well, it might be a bit too low. It might be a bit too low. But I think, you know, reasonably, you could pay, I think quite easily, I think 30, 40, 50 pounds, dollars, and get someone who can build you a really great website. So, look, guys, again, I really hope this video was useful, and I hope you get to avoid a lot of things and mistakes that I made, and that you actually, you know, take on a lot of the points that I mentioned towards the end, and that you have a really great website built for you for next to nothing. Please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay well, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.